What's going on, guys? My name is Silent Core, and today I'm going to be showing you everything that you need to know about Red Dead Redemption 2. Now this is going to be quite a big video. I have packed it full of information. I've been working on this for quite a long time, so let's get into this. So the only official information that we've had so far from Rockstar are actually a couple of teaser images and also the 1-minute teaser trailer that has been revealed when the game was first announced. So if you're anything like me, you're probably desperate for new information, so let's begin. Before we get into the juicy stuff, let's go over the release date real quick. So we know Red Dead Redemption 2 has been in full development since at least 2012-2014, according to LinkedIn profiles. And the announced release date has been set for fall, or as we see in the UK, autumn in 2017. Now, despite many retailers over the past few months listing exact release dates, and off the back of that lots of articles saying that these are leaked release dates, they are not. As most staff that work in retail would know, they do not get release dates ahead of the public for big titles like this, and it's for this exact reason, leaks. So if you've seen any websites over the past few months saying that they have a confirmed release date, you might want to take it with a bit of a grain of salt, because it's probably not true. From everything that we've seen so far, the setting of Red Dead Redemption 2 will be a prequel. It's going to be set shortly before the first game, which was set in 1911. And this just makes complete sense. You know, Red Dead Redemption 1 was set towards the end of the Wild West, and throughout the storyline the Wild West was dying, it was moving on from it, so it makes sense to have a game set before that in kind of the peak of the Wild West as such. The trailer also went on to confirm this theory. In the trailer we saw herds of American buffalo or bison roaming around, and if you guys remember, there was actually a conversation in Red Dead Redemption 1 about all the buffalo dying out from extensive hunting, and buffalo actually went on to be almost extinct by the time that Red Dead Redemption 1 was set.
But we hunt to eat, not for sport. Soon there will be no buffalo left.
Who teaches you this nonsense?
And just a fun fact, there is actually an achievement in Red Dead Redemption 1 for killing all of the buffalo. It's the only animal in the game that doesn't respawn when you kill it, so once they're all dead, they're actually gone forever. This is actually a representation of what really happened with the bison in real life with overhunting. I believe they were actually almost extinct by the 1911, which was when Red Dead Redemption 1 was set, and there was reportedly only several hundred bison still alive at the time. So the trailer showing an abundance of them here, this is just another hint towards an earlier setting. Another hint to the time era in the trailer was actually to do with the electricity. Now, the earliest use of street lighting used in the United States was in 1880. And that's also the relative time period of many oil fields that were coming up in the Heartlands, which was also another shot we saw in the trailer. So if Red Dead Redemption 2 will be a prequel, it can only physically be up to 30 years before the first game if it wants to be historically accurate, which Rockstar games typically are. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the notorious map. This was actually first leaked on NeoGAF. This was followed by TechRadar publishing an article that was written by Hugh Langley, and he confirmed that he had an inside source that confirmed it to be legitimate and that the game will be a prequel. And I'd like to point out, Hugh Langley is the same writer that actually correctly confirmed when the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer will be revealed. He actually tweeted out saying it was going to be revealed on Thursday, and it was. So I'd say that this guy actually does have a pretty reliable inside source, and we can be quite certain that this is the map we'll be playing in Red Dead Redemption 2. There's also been some really awesome detective work done online to pinpoint a few of the locations that were shown in the trailer in relative to where it is on the map. Some fans have also made a cleaner version of this map showing all of the town names that were confirmed for the map in a much sort of cleaner, easier to read version. And there's been some really awesome detective work done online to actually pinpoint a few of the locations shown in the trailer in their respective aspects on this map. And I could probably make a whole video just dedicated to going over this map, but as you can see, there's plenty of locations to explore on here. There's towns, there's caravan camps, gang hideouts look to be returning, there's ranches, and what looks actually to even be a prison on here. There's also an area on here called New Bordeaux, which actually could be a reference to New Orleans, which is where Mafia 3 was set. That was another game published by Rockstar's parent company, 2K Games. So it'll be quite interesting to see what New Orleans would look like in that sort of time area. Now, the interesting part about this map is that it almost actually seems to be a continuation of the Red Dead Redemption 1 map, and when you actually align the two maps together, as you can see, they almost fit perfectly. Now what we can do with this map is we can actually estimate the map size that we'll have in Red Dead Redemption 2. A user known as Nem1 did an awesome job of this by first finding out what each pixel distance is equal to in game distances, and then multiplying that pixel count to find out how much land actually exists in the game. So it sounds a little bit complicated, but let's break it down and find out how these map sizes actually compare with pixel count. So first of all, we've got Red Dead Redemption that had a pixel count of around 59,000. In Red Dead Redemption 2, the pixel count was 91,200. And we can even compare this to the GTA 5 map, which had a pixel count of 230,000. We can also compare this in terms of square miles. So the GTA 5 map had 22.3 square miles, and the Red Dead Redemption map had 5.8 square miles, and the Red Dead Redemption 2 leaked map looks to be around 8.8 square miles. Now as you can see from looking at this, the GTA 5 map does seem to be bigger. In fact, even if the Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2 maps are merged together, that map size is still smaller than GTA 5. However, before you get upset, just remember Red Dead Redemption doesn't have super vehicles, it doesn't have helicopters, it doesn't have jets, so even with a smaller map size, it's going to actually still feel bigger because we're going to be on horseback. We're not going to be travelling across the land in such fast speeds. And just remember, there's a lot of areas in GTA 5 that we don't even explore, so I really don't think the map size is really a deal breaker. Next up, let's talk about animals. So hunting was a big part in Red Dead Redemption, and I expect it to be even a bigger part in Red Dead Redemption 2. In the trailer we get to see a surprising amount of wildlife, and even a quick glimpse at the kind of wildlife interacting with each other. And even though the trailer was only 1 minute long, there were actually at least 14 different animal species confirmed in that trailer, thanks to Kirsty from GTA Forums for pulling this list together. So just to go through them quickly, we got to see a few different breeds of dogs, we got to see elk, deer, rats, sheep, 3 different bird species, turkeys, wolves, squirrels, bison, cattle, and of course we got to see horses. Now Red Dead Redemption had 38 different species of animals, so I'd expect there's going to be plenty more of these to be revealed. Moving on to weapons, so there was 5 different weapons shown off in this short trailer. First of all, we got to see revolvers, and these look like they can actually be dual wielded, which is a feature that wasn't actually available in the first game. We also got to see what looks to be a Henry repeater, bolt action rifles, a sawed-off shotgun, and also a double-barreled shotgun. I also want to quickly touch on vehicles. Now due to the time era, I don't believe we'll actually be able to play in any motorized vehicles. There was however a LinkedIn profile found of a vehicle AI programmer that works for Rockstar, but to be honest this could just relate to vehicles being horses, and you know, horses physics, since that is the main mode of transport in Red Dead Redemption, and it could also maybe relate to trains. In the trailer we also get to see a kind of canoe, so I'd assume maybe there'll be a range of different boats that we can use in the game, and I'd also assume that we'll also be able to swim this time around. And let's be honest, you're not going to miss this, are you?
You passed the checkpoint.
One of the remaining major questions we've got at the moment is if we'll get a single character to play like Red Dead Redemption 1, or if we'll be playing multiple characters similar to Rockstar's last game, GTA 5. I also want to revisit this leaked screenshot. Now this screenshot was actually leaked before Red Dead Redemption 2 was even announced, so at the time this was leaked, people actually thought it was for a Red Dead Redemption remastered. Now the reason I actually wanted to touch on this screenshot within this video is because the trailer actually went on to prove the legitimacy of this screenshot. And the reason is, if we just compare the lamp to the lamp in the trailer, as you can see they are identical. So the character within this screenshot, although we can't see very much of him, this is likely our main character of who we're going to be playing in Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's also worth noting that this character in this screenshot actually looks very similar to the unconfirmed central character who appears in the teaser image and also matches the lead cowboy riding in this scene in the trailer. So I'm taking a bit of a guess here guys, but I would assume that this is going to be the same person who also did the voiceover in the trailer. Next up, let's go over what sort of characters that we can expect to see in Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to first of all talk about the teaser image that was revealed by Rockstar, and as we can see there's 7 different characters on here, and quite a few of these characters we can actually recognise from the first game. So let's go from the left and work onwards. So first of all, what looks to be John Marston here. This was our main protagonist in Red Dead Redemption 1. Now the fact he's featured here, I don't believe we'll be playing him in the next game. Rockstar tend to bring us a new main protagonist in each installment, so him being pictured here in this teaser image just shows that he might be somehow intertwined into the story. Maybe we'll be meeting him throughout the game somewhere. Or maybe even finding out exactly what really happened within Dutch's gang. This next one is a little bit harder to identify, but people have said it looks to be Jack Swift from Red Dead Revolver. I didn't play that game personally, but I thought I'd mention that one. Next along the line, this one is Dutch, who was the leader of the infamous Dutch's gang. He looks to be returning. This here is currently our unknown central character, who looks to be possibly our main protagonist. Now the reason I say this is because he's kind of featured here in the center line, and I've also got a bit more to add to that in a minute. Moving to the next character featured here is Bill Williamson. This is a bit of an obvious one. He's got that very sort of identifiable hat, and he's another member in Dutch's gang. Next up looks to be Landon Ricketts. Now this is actually an interesting one. He was a former famous gunslinger from during the height of the Wild West, so he had quite a few stories of all those days. And the weird thing is that he's being placed on this image alongside some of the members of Dutch's gang, because he didn't actually meet John Marston until he'd actually left Dutch's gang. So it kind of leads me to believe that this screenshot is more of a selection of the characters that we'll meet in the game rather than showing a gang working together. And then we have this last character. This is also a currently unknown, kind of Native American looking character. It's also worth noting here that the characters in this teaser image don't appear to be much younger than in the last game, so if it is a prequel, it's likely to be maybe even only 10 years before the last one. Now I don't want to give away any major spoilers from the first game, but it's worth noting that the only way some of these characters can exist in Red Dead Redemption 2 is if the game is set before the first game, so the game literally has to be a prequel for some of these characters to make it. Now since the trailer reveal, some of these characters have actually been further confirmed by some absolute detectives on the GTA forums. A user known as Nude actually managed to locate the voice actors from the last game and notice their new connections tying the following characters to exist in Red Dead Redemption 2. So all of these characters that I'm about to show you are actually well connected over multiple social media platforms, and the only way that they can be connected is through their work together in Red Dead Redemption 2. It's the only work in the resume that kind of ties a lot of these characters together. First of all, we have Benjamin Byron Davis. This was the voice actor for Dutch in Red Dead Redemption. Steve J. Palmer, this was the voice actor for Bill Williamson, and again his very identifiable bent hat. Gabriel Sloyer Seron, he actually had a minor role in GTA 5 and is now connected with the Red Dead Redemption 2 actors. I believe he also played in the TV series Narcos, if you guys have watched that one. Peter Blomqvist, he played as a character in L.A. Noire and is now connected with these Red Dead Redemption 2 actors. Callie Moore, now she's a female voice actor who was found to be connected to all of these voice actors, and there was actually a blonde female character featured in the trailer who matches her profile, so potentially that could be her. Nosher Dalal, he's also connected to all of the voice actors and listed he's currently working on a major character under NDA. As seen in his resume, he's also previously played Native American roles, so could this be our Native American unknown character on the right? We've got Rob Wiedoff, and this was of course John Marston's voice actor, and you know this isn't too surprising as he was also featured on the teaser image. Next up is Roger Clark. Now this is a very interesting one. He is an Irish American actor. Now Roger actually has a showreel on his YouTube channel, and I wanted to play you guys a quick clip of his work. Listen up.
It's important to keep a cool head. Surprisingly, the does are impressed. The trick is to strike when their guard is down.
Sound familiar?
Listen to me. The time comes. You gotta run and don't look back.
So these voice actors playing in Red Dead Redemption 2 will actually be under a strict NDA embargo for not revealing any information for working on the game before Rockstar want them to. But Roger actually gave us a nice hint on this. He actually liked a video from a YouTuber known as Legacy Killer HD where he speculated about Roger being the voiceover in the trailer. So could this be confirmation that Roger Clark is actually our main character in Red Dead Redemption 2? If you're watching this, Roger, and you are the main protagonist, feel free to like this video to confirm. I won't tell Rockstar, I promise. And the last character I wanted to mention was Jeff Harms, and he actually has listed on his profile that he is an apparent lead character in the Red Dead Redemption 2 game. Now this is interesting because Roger Clark actually has given us some quite good hints that he is going to be the main character, so if we have another lead character, is this possibly confirmation that we're going to have multiple playable ones? I'll leave that to you guys to decide. The last content topic I wanted to talk about was Red Dead Online. Now with the great success of GT Online, and by success I mean it's quite clear that Red Dead Online will be a major focus for the game. In fact, the only real description that we've got from the game so far is this one, and you know, it mentions that it's going to be the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience. We also know that Rockstar and PlayStation have a partnership together. They've announced this partnership bringing PlayStation players selected early DLC content. And the fact it says DLC content, I think it's safe to assume that we will be getting free DLC similar to GTA 5 rather than more of the paid DLC that we got with the first Red Dead Redemption game. And the reason for that is the free-to-play model for DLCs with microtransactions has actually proved to be much more profitable than actually selling DLCs. And the reason for this is because players that want to buy things with a DLC, they'll only pay for it once, but with microtransactions, players have proved to buy them time and time again with each update, and it's proven in Rockstar's financial reports. So I think that we should definitely be expecting a shark card equivalent in Red Dead Redemption 2, possibly a horse card. My only personal hope for multiplayer is that we don't have so many damn loading screens. Please, Rockstar. So when can we expect to get some new information, and why has Rockstar been so quiet on this game? We actually haven't heard from them since October 2016, which was almost 6 months ago. There's actually a few potential opportunities on the horizon. First of all is the Game Informer magazine. They actually do a cover theme each month, and Rockstar have actually used Game Informer to do major covers in the past. We saw GTA 5 on there, I believe Red Dead Redemption was on there, Max Payne 3, and the last cover that was GTA 5 was actually a huge 18-page cover story that talked all about GTA 5 gameplay. They revealed so much new information in there. So if Red Dead Redemption 2 is featured in the Game Informer magazine in the next few months, it's safe to assume that there will be a lot of new information in there. Another big opportunity for Rockstar is E3. I've been lucky enough to go to E3 the last 2 years myself, and although Rockstar never hold a press conference themselves at E3, their parent company Take-Two is always present, and they've actually confirmed to be attending this year, just like every year really. One of the voice actors on Red Dead Redemption 2 actually also confirmed that he can't reveal any further information on Red Dead Redemption 2 until after E3, so this is a pretty good indication that E3 was his embargo given from Rockstar to kind of lead me to believe that there will be actually a significant reveal at E3. I think I just said E3 way too many times there. And actually, while I was making this video, that voice actor himself actually retweeted my video where I said that, so again, that could be good confirmation that E3 is his embargo. If there is an announcement at E3, it will most definitely be at the PlayStation or Sony conference. They have previously made reveals at the PlayStation conference before, so they revealed Agent way back in the day that kind of disappeared. And then also GTA 5 on next gen. We got to see GTA 5 gameplay exclusively on PlayStation, so I'd assume that we get to see possibly a new trailer or some gameplay of Red Dead Redemption 2 playing on the PlayStation console. Another potential opportunity for news is just the newswire. Rockstar love to drop big announcements out of the blue on their own newswire and kind of surprise all the fans, so I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on their blog too. So that's everything that we know about Red Dead Redemption 2 so far. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy this video. It did take quite a while to make, so I'd really appreciate it. And also subscribe. I actually do a series to keep you up to date with all of the Red Dead Redemption 2 news, so be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future breaking updates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Flipping cars, I live the scene. Flipping heist here with the team. You know me, got the antidote. I spit it sick up in Los Santos. Dodging missiles, dodging bullets. Coming at me now, tell me to pull it. I'm a G, DOA, silent core in GTA.